Hello everybody. I'm not sure what video. I think this is like my third video. I was up last night until 4. I think I made my video last night at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I should say this morning. I was up until 4. It is now 9:15. I woke up at 7 to get my kid off to school. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my day. I had, like I said last night, I had 2 appointments today. Today I was lucky and only had the 2 appointments. The first was to get blood work results from earlier in the week. I'm going to start off with the tech trying to get my blood. I went in Tuesday, October 27th at 9:15. It was fasting labs. Once I got in, she went through the motions of getting everything set up to draw and asked which arm was best. And I told her typically the right one is. So she went to take blood and realized I was severely dehydrated, and the vein collapsed within about 20 seconds of starting to take the blood, maybe, if that even. She asked if I had been drinking water, and I told her no because it was fasting labs. She told me that you are allowed to drink water as it has no sugar or anything like that in it that would affect the labs. She then went to poke the other arm and was barely able to get what she needed out of that arm, and she complained again about how dehydrated I was. I was sent on my way and stopped at the front desk to confirm the appointment that I had that following Friday, which is today, the 30th. Later in the day, I decided to call the office to discuss, whether or not I needed to be concerned about being dehydrated, and I explained my stomach issues and not being able to really eat or drink anything. I was brushed off and told it was simply due to the fasting and to drink. I left it at that. Fast forward to today, I woke up at 7 to get my son off to school, checked my email, and had received an automatic email through the patient portal from the doctor's office with some of my results, but not all of them. Took my son to school, came home, got ready for the appointment, decided I would also at the appointment discuss my ankle swelling that I've been getting at the end of the day. It's leaving sock impressions. I didn't really notice it over the summer because I wear a lot of flip-flops in the summertime, not socks and sneakers. So once in the office, we went over the blood work. Once again, she said everything according to the labs was within normal limits. We then talked about the ankle swelling. Now, forgive me, this is where I get a little confused if I don't make much sense. And if anybody out there that's watching this can decipher what this may mean, or you have more knowledge than me, please, in the comments, feel free to comment. I'll check periodically to see if anybody's commented anything. She said the swelling could be that I'm not getting enough protein in my veins and that it's somehow trapped between maybe my muscles and my tissues and it's causing the swelling. She said if the swelling's not gone by morning, then it's time to be concerned, but right now it's gone by the morning, so there's no cause for concern. Then we discussed the possibility that one of my medications that I'm on for my psychiatric, I also have bipolar, that could be a culprit in the pain, like the pancreatitis, the fatty liver, and that it's also being processed through the liver. She suggested I call my psychiatric doctor right away and ask to be taken off of it and being put on something else right away. Then this afternoon, I had another appointment, like I had mentioned in a previous video, for a cardiac ultrasound. This was just to get a baseline for future references, if there's any other issues coming up. But it was really cool. I got to hear the different sounds each chamber of the heart that it makes, which, believe me, each chamber makes a different sound. I got to see the red and blue, which represented the colors in each chamber, like the blood flow and the oxygen flow of the heart. That was cool. Then I got to see the thickness of the heart. It was really cool. I was amazed at how the heart works 24/7, 365 days of the year. Like, there's no breaks. I just think it's amazing how, each part of the body has its different function. And I'm in awe of it all and reminded of how awesome God's work is when I see any kind of procedure where I can look at it on a monitor, just see the way the body functions. I'm just in awe of it all. Once I was home, I checked my emails again and realized there were more test results that showed some abnormalities that my primary didn't discuss with me. So the way the patient portal, I'm sure some of you are familiar with this as technology has grown. You're able to message your doctor via like e-messaging or something. So I emailed her, so to speak, with a series of questions about my thyroid, my BUN results, or blood urine nitrogen, and EGFR. And basically, my thyroid stimulating hormone, or TSH, normal is 0.47 to 4.68. Mine was 0.04. The higher it is, you're underactive, and the lower it is, you're overactive. And then the blood urine nitrogen, or BUN, BUN. Basically, I'm reading here, so sorry that I'm not looking. What it does is that test measures the amount of nitrogen in your blood that comes from waste product urea. Urea is made when protein is broken down in your body. Urea is made in the liver and passed through urine. A BUN test is done to see how well your kidneys are working. Adult normal levels are 7 to 17. This is what I got from the email or the message results that I got. 7 to 17, mine was a 25. A high value can be caused by diabetes, high blood pressure, dehydration, heart failure, medications, high protein. Those are just a few. There's a long list. Those are a few things. Really, the only thing that I could fall under, from what I've read out of the long, it was a pretty long list, is dehydration and maybe medications. I'm borderline diabetic. My A1C was 5.6. I think normal is 5.3. I'm not sure. And then your EGFR, that's a number based on your blood test for creatinine. It tells you how well your kidneys are working. Normal is 60 or more. Mine was 56. So I quickly, because I got home at like, I think 4:30 after we did running around after I picked my son up from school. And also it said my blood work was, some of my blood samples were hemolyzed. So I quickly messaged the doctor and asked, what is all this stuff? We didn't discuss any of this, as she said everything was normal. So she emailed me back or messaged me back and said, the BUN is expected to be high if you had been fasting. This is a value monitor. TSH is on the low end. Low can signify hyperthyroidism, which I just said. Not a concern at this time, but it's a value to monitor. And then she explained that hemolyzed means the sample was deteriorated. And I looked into it. Could be the tech that took my blood shook it too much. Her bad. EGFR has come down slightly and needs to be monitored. And she said that she thinks she was accidentally looking at the labs I had drawn earlier in the month, not the labs that she had just done. She suggested that I have a 3-month repeat labs when I see a new provider. Because where I go, they have rotating providers right now because they're in transition of getting a new provider in the office. She's actually out of a different location who comes into as a courtesy out of the hospital provider. So I still have to be monitored with everything. This is interesting. The thyroid I find interesting. I've been hypo, meaning low, underactive thyroid for about 10 years. But because I guess I've been losing the weight so much lately, it's possible I could become hyper. Just find it interesting. So that was my day today of a bunch of appointments. Still in a ton of pain. What did I eat today? Oh, I had a little bit of, I tried some gluten-free pasta. It's my favorite. Nausea's not too bad, but the pain is right here, doubled over. We discussed that. Nobody's willing to do anything for the pain. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. It's very frustrating. I don't want to accept that this is going to be my life for the rest of my life. It's not acceptable, and I will not accept it. I want answers. So, my son is working at a haunted house for charity right now. So, I'm awaiting his arrival. I have taken one of my few pain pills that I have left, so I was not able to go pick him up. So, I'm awaiting his arrival to hear his fun night of scaring people. He doesn't go trick-or-treating anymore. He hasn't done that for about 3-4 years. He likes to scare people now, which I think is cool because it's for charity. So happy Halloween, everybody. I hope you have fun, and thank you for watching.